Good morning, Team National Parks. Here is your history, social studies roll for the week. As I mentioned in our Zoom conference last Friday, you will be doing 2 lessons this week. But I'm here to show you that it's very manageable. All right, so as always, you go to courses, Social Studies 6, History/Social Studies Required Online Learning Experiences, otherwise known as ROLES. All right, so if you click that, when you see it, you will see April 20th to 24th. I have it unpublished right now because I'm not going to publish it until tomorrow. So you're going to open that up, and for some reason it doesn't show the full thing here. So let me open this up and show you the directions. All right. So here we go. First thing you're going to do is watch CNN Daily. Check out Carl and his reports. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is read lesson 23, which is about the Han Dynasty. And the question you're going to be answering is, in what ways did the Han Dynasty improve government and daily life in China? So you'll see right behind it, it says you need to read all of the sections, but you do not need to answer the questions in the notebook. Everybody, whew. All right. So you do need to do the reading. Remember, don't forget Emily. She can read it for you as you follow along. All you're doing is the reading. You do not need to do the work in the ISN/notebook. Mrs. Nevels, can I do it if I want to? Sure, but you do not have to. All right, so take a look here. After you read the entire lesson, you need to complete the processing activity by creating a new Google Doc and copying and pasting the directions below before you complete the activity. So what I want you to do is I want you to copy and paste these directions into your Google Doc and then do what the processing activity is asking you to do. This one could be a little tricky because if we were at school, I would have you do this by hand. Basically, you're going to create 2 bricks. And the first brick is going to include an illustration or image, that's the tricky part, of the achievement that you think most contributed to the expansion of the Han Empire. And then underneath the brick, or somewhere on the same Google Doc, you need to include a well-written paragraph where you explain why you chose this achievement. Then you're going to create a second brick. In that second brick, you are going to somehow include an illustration or an image of the achievement that you think most improved the daily lives of people in China during the Han period. Okay. And then the same thing, you're also underneath it going to write a paragraph explaining why you chose the achievement. So that is lesson 1, the first lesson. Now, if you look down below here, we're going to move on to lesson 24. The essential question is, how did the Silk Road promote an exchange of goods and ideas? Again, you read the entire section, but you do not have to do the ISN/notebook questions. What I want you to do here is I don't want you to open a new Google Doc. So I want you to take the Google Doc that you did for lesson 23 and do the processing activity in the same Google Doc. So same thing, copy and paste the directions below so you have it in the Google Doc, and then you do the activity. Now this one is fun. This is one of my favorite processing activities. You are going to do some role playing. You're going to pretend like you are a trader on the Silk Road. Oops, sorry. Let's bring that back here. My cursor's being funky. You are going to pretend like you are a trader on the Silk Road, and you're going to write a journal entry as that trader. And you need to do the following in there. You need to discuss where you traveled, the dangers, what did you trade, and what idea or belief you learned about. Now, on here, you need to include some sort of a illustration if you were to be writing your entry and then drawing a picture of it. Now, this one, if we were in the classroom, again, it would be done on paper. Actually, I've done this in the past where you have a little journal notebook and you have writing and you draw in it. Obviously, we can't do it that way. So I want you to just try to do your best. I have in here that I ideally would like you to draw something and then take a picture of it and insert it into your Google Doc. I do know that not everyone is able to do that. So just be as creative as you can. I know I do not want you just taking an image from the internet and putting in. So maybe in one of our meetings, we can brainstorm ideas how people are doing the illustration here. And then here is your learning target. You're going to be scored on the evidence you provide to answer the essential question for both of the lessons. So I think this is pretty doable. Yes, it's 2 lessons, but I made it so it's not as time consuming as if we were answering the questions in the ISN. And then again, please remember to submit it in Schoology. Some of us forgot to do that last week. So remember, at this point, all work is to be submitted in Schoology, not in your TCI online. I did see that some of you guys did the lesson game last week, which is great. Remember, it wasn't a requirement, but the lesson game's kind of fun. So again, one final note. You need to do the assignment in Google Doc, and you need to submit the Google Doc in Schoology by 3 o'clock on Friday. All right, my friends, have fun. I'm bummed we're not doing these activities together because they're super fun. Check it out. And then if you have any questions, you can ask me on my Monday Zoom office hour and or our Tuesday class meeting. All right, stay safe. Bye.